So, today we're going to learn about clauses of purpose and also clauses of concession, but we're going to start with clauses of purpose. First, we need to know when do we use it and how do we use it. Let me say that in English, we use certain clauses to show why somebody does something, and the clauses of purpose are subordinated clauses which answer the question why or for what purpose was the main clause verb done. We have here the first one, and the structure is so as to or in order to plus the base form of the verb. And in the negative form, it will be so as not to or in order not to plus the base form. Like this example. She spoke quietly in order not to or so as not to wake up the baby. This sentence is in the negative form, so here we use in order not to or so as not to. And also we have the clause of purpose, but in past time reference. And the structure here is so that plus could or might or would. Like the example. Henry took his car to the garage so that the mechanic could take a look at it. Then we have another example. John worked day and night so that the plans might be ready in time. Michelle is going to the court in order to interrogate the victim. Stephen is so angry so that he will not accept the invitation. I will do my best in order to teach you English. Then we have here the clauses of concession, and also we need to know here when do we use it and how do we use it. Okay, clauses of concession are used to express contrast between two statements or ideas, and we use it when we want to express an idea that suggests the opposite of the main part of the sentence. We have here the first clause of concession, and the structure is although or even though plus subject plus verb. For example, although or even though he was starving, he didn't take any of the food they offered him. If you can see in this example, it's expressing contrast or opposite between the two statements or ideas. Then we have the next clause of concession, and the structure is in spite of or despite plus the noun or the ing form of the verb. For example, despite the heavy rain, it was very hot. If you can see here, we use it despite, and also we use then the noun. Then we have the other example that says, in spite of feeling afraid, Jim went on the roller coaster. If you can see here, we use it in spite of and then the ing form of the verb feel. A very important fact that we need to know is that in spite of or despite have very similar meaning to although or even though, but they don't introduce clauses. They have different syntax, and we need to know that they are followed by nouns or gerunds, that is the verb plus the ing form. And finally, they don't introduce a clause, that is the subject plus the verb. Then, finally, we have here the last clause of concession, that is spite of or despite. And the structure is in spite of or despite plus the fact plus that it's a clause. For example, he went out in spite of or despite the fact that he had a terrible headache. We have here in spite of or despite, then the fact, then that. So, then we have another example. The first one says, although it was raining, he walked to the station. Even though she's very old, she runs fast. Despite or in spite of the rain, he walked to the station. Despite or in spite of being tired, he walked to the station. Thank you very much.